Please be seated. Get for him. Guru Ki, could you get from that place chair for him, because yeah. Wow. You want to see what it is? Who? Huh? No, name.
Phoenix would like to invite you, your guests, and friends to sharing cake and tea in honor of her birthday on July 18th, to be served after lecture Monday, July 20th, next week.
Next week I'm invited for a cake?
Yes.
Okay. That's a big invitation, we will honor it. Cake is something very rare these days, you know. Now, yesterday I was talking to you, right? And you saw what's called as projective style. Projective style have 3 languages in it. Projective style have 3 languages in it. It is called Trinity of communication. Trinity of It's very important for a woman to know how to talk and which hemisphere she is talking. And if you are projecting and you do not make it to the bull, you lose your grace. Word of a woman has to have a creative effect, otherwise she must not speak. She should use the smile. I'm not barring you from talking, but I'm asking you, at what cost? Your all troubles are in your mouth. And the whole world trouble is in the mouth. What you speak, that decide the life, and what you eat, that decide your body, and your mind, and your soul. You are what you eat, and you get what you say. Your word is as true as that of God. But when you say word which you do not mean, you become mean. So you have become a lean, mean person. The shallowness of your word cannot carry you anywhere. The heaviness of your word, the weight, the gravity, the truth of your word will take you everywhere. And then how you project, how you speak. There's a trinity to it. There are 3 aspects to a woman. One is, you want to speak. Second is, you have to speak. Third is, you love to speak. When you love to speak, then you will speak in love. When you have to speak, you will speak with the absolute anger. So basically, these are your controversies of life. But let us say, you want to talk something. What you like to project? What you want to prove? Yesterday, I was telling you, I am the biggest liar, biggest mean man, absolutely unworthy, don't know a thing. All about me, right? Correct? And then I said, I don't care. Why? No. I was absolutely using all negative and dirty words about me in conversation with you. You didn't even feel it, that I know. That's my style. But anyway, I said that. I said I am ugly, I am dirty, I am unworthy, I am untrustable, I am unholy. I used those words. I calculated on my finger 15 words. If you take the tape back, you'll find I used against myself 15 words. Horrible words, which if somebody says, they will punch his face. But anyway, why?
You've already established a trust, you've already shown us that you're something else as well.
That is 3/4 correct. But there's 1/4 missing in it. Yeah, I am established. I say right or wrong doesn't matter anymore. Yeah. You are? Oh, I have under you, that's true, that's okay. But still you do not understand. Let us say it this way. When you know the infinite and you are talking comparative, then you know you are nothing. It is not the negative word which I spoke, it's the humility and the spirit and the grace of God in which I was speaking. And when I was talking like that, you didn't feel it. Otherwise, oh, he says he's a con man. Why do you trust him? He says. You didn't even feel it. I got away with it. None of you got up and said, wait a minute, we don't like you. What are you talking about? No, you couldn't. It is not what you say, how you say, and what for you say. It is the impact. It's not a matter of heart, it's a matter of head. And then the head takes it and feels heart in it, then it accepts it. If the head has to ask the heart and heart has to ask the head, whatever you have said has no impact. But if your head feels the heart and doesn't understand, still it will go. And woman has no choice. You can be lesbian, you can be married, you can be virgin, you can be prostitute, you can be goddess, you can be nothing, you can be everything. But woman must have an impact of her word. And that's must. Anything you say, if it has emotions, feelings, desires, you are cheap. You are out for something, then you open. A woman must preserve her grace to become priceless. And she must cut her facet like a diamond because she must have a maximum light. Yes?
When you say don't mix emotions and feelings into it, do you mean greed, for instance?
Grief?
Greed.
Greed?
Or longing?
Longing, greed is same thing. Doesn't matter.
Is that what you mean when you say emotions and feelings?
No, a lot of other things too. Sensual, sexual, projective, motivated, planned, unplanned, predictive, vengeance, control, future desire, security, insecurity, handicaps, capability, anger, ego, profile. Which one you want to know? I mean, I'm just defining it. What you want in life? You want in life as a woman to identify, to be identified. That is all you are. Beyond that, there's no power. A man wants to boast, and you love to host. That's it. In between, there is nothing. That's why you are in the kitchen. We take you out, you go back again. And we take you out of the drawing room, you're still back there. In the bedroom, there's nothing without you anyway. They sneak in if you are not there. I mean, there's nothing in the world minus you. That's what Nanak said, Padjamiye, Pandnimiye, Pande Karavya. He took all aspects of life and said, without woman, there's no life. Straight, this is what he's saying. And then in the end he says, why to say a woman bad who gives birth to men of God, kings, and all good people? So kyun manda akhiye jis jamme rajan. Why to call that person name or bad will, who is the responsible source of this planet Earth? So you want to be identified. For that one desire, your all misfortunes are. That is a fish, and the bait in you. It exists in you to be identified. Now, what is the way out of all troubles? Don't get this urge or this surge to be identified. Start identifying. Start. You will never be in trouble as a woman. Getting identified is nothing but pain in your life. That can be insecurity. You are trying to identify and you are using all methods, and you will be one trouble to another. You will be fire to fry pan to fire back again. That's the cycle you will live all your life. But you start identifying, and you have 16 times more psyche because you also impact as creative mother, which is the impact in your personality to take care of you. You shall have no trouble whatsoever in your whole life. Just one switch. Being desirous, same word, repeated. Being desirous to be identified, being desirous to identify. Cut the B out. You'll cut down all problems of your life. Is that understood? Or ask me the question. No, I expect. Yeah. Whatever is coming to you. Yes?
You once said that a woman automatically knows what's right or wrong.
Everything in the world doesn't know, but a woman does know. You know why? You know why? Every woman is a mother, whether she ever bears a child or not. So she has that psyche 16 times more than a man. She knows between the lines, beyond the words, in the body language, under the circumstances. She is a psychoanalytical, futuristic astrologer. No woman is born who doesn't know. Her mechanism is that way. Because in the role of a mother, she has to protect a man. She has to nurture a man. She knows all about a man, whether she knows or not, or she practices or not. That's not the problem. Your problem is not what you don't know. What your problem is what you don't practice. For a temporary gain, you have a permanent loss. For one slip, you drip to the point sometimes you can't even recover. As human beings, we are taught to create a slip personality. Oh, tell the telephone, tell Roger I am not home. And child said, my papa says, tell Roger I am not home. You understand? That is called slip. From a childhood, you are taught to lie. And you do lie. And sometimes you lie under the direction of your parents. So it doesn't matter what a religion says, what people say, you have fundamentally earned right to lie. And you all are liars, like me. I am lying to tell you I am speaking the truth. You are lying to yourself, you are hearing the truth. But fact is, truth is neither said and not heard. What we are doing in this communication is letting you know how awful you are by not practicing the truth you know. And I am doing it in the name of a religion, and you are listening it in the name of a religion. That's our cover. Isn't it a lie? It's a lie. What is keeping this lie going? You want to be great, I want you to be great. If I want you to be great for me, none of will be sitting here. Because me is too limited. You are too infinite. Yeah. Because you have three minds. Your negative mind gives you a right of life, therefore is the most intimate friend you got. The positive mind is a son of bitch. He goes into the subconscious and pull every dirty stuff and forces the negative mind, and you have lost one friend. Plus you have to walk on to the neutral mind, which must tell you what is right and what is wrong. And that is where dough is. That's where the juice is. That's where happiness is. That's where future is. So what you do is, you develop a slip personality, and each slip personality start developing split personality. When I was talking to UCLA, one psychiatrist brought me a case and he said, please help me. 12 personality in one girl. 12. Totally identifiable. We gave her 24 questions, she split it into 12. We gave her 2 extra, she split into 1 and the last. I told him, I said, it's a confirmed case. He said, well, what you can do? I said, all I need is 5 minutes. I'll give you back 1 piece. I'll eat up her lemon. He said, how? I said, just sit watch. I put her in a trance, I clean her out, I wake her up, I said, this is your doctor. And he started talking. And he said, no, which personality is? I said, whatever it is, that's it. And she's still fine. She's okay. You have to learn that you kill your children after birth. You're worse than a snake. You teach them to slip. When they fall and they come in with the broken legs and hands, then you start crying. How much bogus, manipulative and lying lies of life you live? How many of you teach a son, death is better than to lie? How many you teach this sick word, we die before we fall? Your children sing, but they do not live it. If you as a mother, you as a woman, and you as a person are associate, just tell that child, we die before we fall. That child will never have a death. Jesus died. Muhammad died. Buddha died. Nanak died. Moses died. Peter got killed. Mary lost her name. She lost her name. Her name was Fatima. You call her Mary. You're the worst Christian I have met. Her original name was Fatima. But anyway, it's your problem because you do what you do. You are 1.5 billion, I can't correct everybody. The only name of Fatima I read when I was guest of the Pope, and I went to his private quarters, and there was a garden in which there was her memory, and there it was written Fatima. Fatima means conqueror of the moon, and that means master of the Luna. So being a lady, there cannot be any higher name than that. I don't know where you got this word Mary, but anyway. So, we die before we fall. And let us ask a character. Let us not discuss the psychology, right? Let us not be rational or logical. Let us say one word. Many speak of?
Courage.
Go ahead.
Speaking cannot give it.
Uh-huh.
It's in the face of death that we must live it.
Now, repeat again.
Many speak of courage.
Which we all speak of courage, right? Many speak of?
Courage.
Speaking?
Cannot give it.
Next.
It's in the face of death that we must live it.
All right? The next line.
When things are down and darkest, that's when we stand tallest. Until the last star falls, we'll never diminish at all.
Now, after that, what should I teach? No, I'm just asking. After these words, what my words mean, except I'm exciting you, explaining to you, inspiring you, guiding you, jumping at you. Other words you can understand, they follow in the same series. Kundalini must rise, woman must wake up. Awakened woman is a goddess. Because she will not like to be identified, she will identify. She will, and she should, and she shall. Yes?
Could you explain the difference between identifying and judging?
Judging is after the action. Identifying as it is being planned. When you identify with a project, it's all project yours. You know every step of the way. And judging is when two things come before you, and you, according to your estimate, decide what is right and wrong. Judging is a very last face-saving device. I must say, no thief becomes a thief overnight. They start with a small way. State takes 30% of all the income of everybody. It's her responsibility to correct it. Instead of a correction department, they are killing it. What is happening in the United States is a very simple thing. They are building maximum jail is one of the biggest industry. It has grown 200% in the last 10 years. And the idea is those who do not follow the orders, put them in jail. So nobody can speak. Nobody can tell you anger. There are people in the United States who do not eat once a week. There are people in the United States who do not absolutely, in spite of selling the body, they get anywhere. What worst can be? United States need, I have told you many times, 4 divorces to keep its economy. It adds 6 million girls to the prostitution scale on different levels. 300,000 people come to Los Angeles, end up prostituting themselves, they don't get one role. There are 2 biggest industries which I have noticed in Los Angeles, film industry and model industry, which add every woman down the hill. And they just keep on baiting and baiting and baiting till she is juiced out. There's a saying in Hollywood, when I was teaching in Hollywood, after 100,000 virginity, one is recognized she is a virgin. If you understand this Hollywood joke, you know it better. Try to understand, your life is yours if you want it to be yours. Tragedy which I am facing right now with you guys is that God is the rotation of the earth. He is the rotator and He takes care of every routine anyway, and He never goes on holiday. Why are you upset selling yourself cheap? Why? Answer is, you want to be identified. And that's a slavery, that's leaning on somebody. That's mean of you. Take my first picture when I walked in America, how good yogi I live. No, it's fine, you know. Okay, it's somewhat better. But when I spoke and I taught, I did what I did. Everybody knew. You are known by your word whether you are God or you are not God. Your spoken words is a total indicator. Like a little needle tells you the gas is full or gas is empty or gas is off. You know what I mean? Or the ampere meter tells you you are being charged, car is charging the battery or not. What Nanak told in religion was more beautiful and scientific. First, at the time of Jesus and all this time, the earth was flat. And even Pope told that scientist, hey, Mr. Philosopher, just say it is flat. He said, I'm willing to say it is flat, but unfortunately it is round. I can't, I'm not willing to disobey your order, and your holiness, the word is flat and should be flat. Philosophically it is flat, spiritually it is flat, but sir, what this camera says, it is oval, it's round. But Nanak said, ek onkar. Onkar word was spoken before that. One creates all. That's fine. He said, no, one created all as one. One created as one. So each one is a part of the one. So you don't walk or step on the toe of anybody if you don't want your toes to be stepped. And remember, if you step on the toes of somebody and he doesn't know how to step on your toes, then God will. It's a natural action. Because every artist, how idiot he may be, he's going to come out and protect his statues. And it's the statutory condition of the God, He's the creator, He's the provider, He's the almighty, He's everywhere, all that. It is His statutory status. Therefore, He must come through. That's why forgiveness is much better than vengeance. Because when you forgive, then God gets back on it. गरीब को मत सता, गरीब रो देगा, सुनेगा उसका चाहने वाला तो जड़ से खो देगा. Don't torture or tease a poor person. All he can do is he'll cry in vain and pain, whatever. But when his maker will hear it, he will root you out forever. Just remember, Hand as God is everywhere. You have only two hands. His hand created it. His hands keeps you. And His hand is going to destroy you. That's what God means, G-O-D. He generates, He organizes, and He either delivers you or destroys you. 3 letters. Same thing. Don't try ever directly or indirectly to be identified. Try to identify. When you will speak with identity and you identify through your words and your projection is for the identity, no harm can come to you as a woman. No harm. Read my lips. Bush got elected with this nonsense, so why not I use it? Perhaps that you understand. Somebody said, Barbara, how you could got your hair grey? He said, just telling him how to live. It's what a fatigue. Yeah, you have a question? Try to understand. One word you said, and one word is said, and one word one hears, and one word is heard. That's all this universe is about. After all, God is a word. If you don't experience, you don't. Yeah.
What happens or how can you correct a situation when you're hearing but your mind's not comprehending?
Yeah, but
Like words are going in, but
which mind? There are 84 facets of each. I mean, which mind and which facet?
when you're in a conversation,
Go ahead. Be in conversation with me. I'll read you from the aura. I'll just see what happens. Go ahead.
I want to know why I can't sometimes comprehend what I'm hearing.
Because,
Not just understanding it.
no. Because you have been hurt so much and you have faced so much misery, and you know by hearing there's nothing but misery, you actually, honest to God, doesn't want to hear a thing. Forget about analyzing.
Even when it doesn't relate to misery.
No, but when potatoes are sweet, pimples are on the way. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So when you hear goody stuff, you have heard it many goody stuff and you got a lot of pimples out of it, and some spots are permanent in the skin. Normally a woman doesn't want to hear. There are 2 qualities in a woman which man doesn't have. She doesn't want to hear and she doesn't want to speak. And this is most irritating to man as a faculty. Your speciality, his nuisance. What is that?
Could you elaborate on that? The woman doesn't want to hear and doesn't want to talk.
Why should I speak? You are a specimen of it. I sent you to South Africa knowing that quality. Yeah, woman doesn't want to speak, mostly, though they are branded as talkative birds. They talk out their fears. Women will never talk sense. Because if you talk sense or she talk real, then she's caught. Then her commitment as a mother become unchangeable. Therefore, normal by habit, women talk nonsense. But they never talk. When you hear a woman, just find out what she's saying. between you. Tape record it one day, a conversation between two of you, and then replay it and find out how much time you are wasting saying nothing. And also between two you, just tell somebody, has she heard? And confirm it and reconfirm it and even write it. 3 days later, ask her, do you know what I said to you? And she said, what? It is on the paper, I'll read it to you. There's nothing in. Because every word a woman hears or says, her biological, psychological, sociological, and personality becomes responsible. So that they call it what? Light talk. We have met at a lunch and we had a light talk. It means we are chewing the salad and also speaking. Woman talks only 2 languages when she is real, either in obedience or in command. In between, when a woman talks, it doesn't mean a thing. I want to let you know about yourself. There are only 2 projections a woman can have. Either she shall command or she shall obey. In between, it's not a woman. It is the mixture of a man and a woman, that tomboy in her, which is playing the game. And man doesn't talk in command and in obedience. He will explain. When a man doesn't explain, don't you ever believe him. Then he's not a man. Simple fact of life. How can this half brain can manipulate? But he can explain because his right brain is only the projective brain, and that is his real faculty. He shall explain. But when he doesn't explain, you are not dealing with a man. You are dealing with a loudspeaker, and tape recorder is coming somewhere else. Yeah, go ahead.
So, if the man is explaining and the woman is not hearing or listening, should she then rather listen?
Yeah, she should pretend to listen.
No, it doesn't work.
She should pretend to listen, and she should pretend to speak. No, listen, now I am sitting here teaching, I can't teach you wrong. The fact is, every woman should pretend to listen and pretend to speak, and meanwhile, once a while, just come out near the truth. It's a great faculty of a man. You can cater to him, you can play to him, you can do everything to him. When he will start seeing you manifesting, you got him. Moment a child is born, men are in love because that's the mother. Moment she comes home, she gives him a permanent youthful company after marriage. Beautiful. Faculties do increase. And you cannot change the faculty. And you should not change the faculty. You must face a reality as a woman. Because every man will know, one day or the other day, the name of the game. He doesn't trust you anyway. When he knows what you said is not what he heard, he's not going to trust you forever. And that's why how we break the relationships. Try to identify. And if there's a pain in life, and if there's a distortion, and there's a destruction and everything, if a man doesn't explain, you are in trouble. And the tragedy is, when wrong happens, he tries to explain, you don't want to hear. That's where you lose men. Whether you are a German or a Japanese, whether you are northern or southern, when a man explains, pay full attention to it. I'm not saying that's a good thing or bad thing, moral thing or immoral, ethical or unethical. That's not what I'm asking. I'm trying to tell you the key of life. If a man explains, hear him. And when he doesn't explain, what are you hearing is just passing the time. Your creative nature as a woman is a faculty, is an identity. And when you start using slip language, you are creating a danger of a split personality. Sometime we, because of social, moral, religious, ethical, personal reason, do not accept our reality. For a long time, I did not accept I'm a holy man. No, I refused. I tried to do my best. My identity was I'm a householder. I'm working hard. I'm nice. And whenever people come to me, I help them, that's enough. I used to teach a yoga class in Humayun Tomb, beautiful grounds, and Khanqa grounds, in the morning in uniform, fully dressed up, in uniform. Class is already set, somebody is just doing the primary work. Then I'll come, I'll give them 2-3 exercises, I'll speak to them and I'll get in my car and go on. But one day, it so happened that papers which I was supposed to sign were already signed by me. I could not solve that dilemma. I knew game is over. I knew there's no fun going any further. And then I didn't care whether I'm a holy man or not. Then I know I have 9 holes and I'm holy. Because difference between you and you is, some of you know the hand of God keeps you like this. Some of you know the hand of God is like this. And some of you say everything, but you don't know where God is. So between these 3, we do not many times know what we are doing. But just watch this. Who brought us to Espinola? Who planned it? None. You all are here. Do you know why? You have come here to learn. No. You are meant to be here. Even you don't like to be here, you will go not. And you may like to be here, you will go, if you are not meant to be here. Rest is a fraud. Rest is our insecurity and our ego. And where there's ego, there's no ego. When you are you, thou doesn't exist. When I, thou doesn't exist. When thou exists, I don't exist. And if I exist as a good man, equally somebody has to create a balance, tell me I'm a bad man. So, in reality, I am no man. In personality, I look like a man. But in my behavior, it will be decided I'm a man or not man. When you open a can, you can find out there's a candy, or there's a biscuit, or there's nothing, or there's a snake, or there's a joke. Jump out of it. Va pya janiye, ya ra pya janiye. Speak it. Va pya janiye, ra pya janiye. This is the oldest Punjabi word ever spoken as a first counsel to man. Ra means path. When you walk on a path, then you can be recognized. When you deal with somebody, you will be recognized. Va means when you inter-exchange. And Ra means path. When you walk in life, you will be recognized. And when you react in life, you will be recognized. But if you resurrect in life, then life will recognize you. Be jealous, be confused, be competing, be comparing, be con person, be conniving. Jump rope. Jump start and jump rope. Just lift up a little bit. Let it go. Let it go, you are not going anywhere. You become infinite standard. They couldn't deal with Guru Arjan. They killed him. They tortured. Look at the torture. Jesus Christ was hung on that cross for 1.5 days, and we talk 5 days and night, putting a man on a burning hot plate and pouring a burning hot sand over him, making a cake out of him. He laughed. He told them they were doing a good job. Even a Muslim Peer, holy man, Mia Mir, he came. He said, Lord, Guru Arjan Prataka, you are God personified. If you don't want to do it, let me do it. He said, Mia Mir, close your eyes, see what it is. What Mia Mir saw, Guru Arjan was sitting on the hot plate. Guru Arjan put a wood underneath to burn. Guru Arjan put a sand on himself. And Guru Arjan they were laughing. And Guru Arjan they were cooking. He said, my Lord, I am confused. I am your friend. You should not do this. He said, Mia Mir, if tomorrow a Sikh student of mine has to go through this, I'm just paving the way. Those who paved the way for humanity are worshipped today as Son of God, as being God, and all that. You can do the same. But you resurrect. You go above it. Get your sail talk out. Your dress, your hairdo, your body, your everything should not have a sale subject in it. It should not recognize. If you sell better, you will be identified. No, you identify yourself and be beautiful. Then there will be no trouble. Identify. Don't lean or seek to be identified. That's what I say. When work speaks, all head bows in reverence. A. Va. Work. Ra. The path. When you start on a journey, how you finish it. That's a deciding factor in life. When you're walking, you're walking. When you started, you started. How you finish it, that's why sometimes I tell people, I said, why are you so upset? Oh man, this has gone wrong, that's gone wrong, that's not understood. That, a lot of things happen on the road. Did you know that Indian was singing that song? We were walking on the road. You know that Indian song? They play it with the drum. Do you know Guru Ki? Walking on the road. Something like that. Life is just walking on the road. That's all it is. Those who make it, or can make it, or have made it, bless them. Those who couldn't, at least they tried. But those who did not even try, what a pain. It's a true story. In one of the tribe, a girl has gone out for a walk or a play, whatever you call it, in the jungle. A man who was very much in love with him, he went after her and caught up with her. He wanted to rape her. She told him, don't do it. He didn't listen. There was a very fierce battle. And he stopped. And he said, I'm going to kill you. Or you give in and the matter will be over. She laughed. She said, look, if I don't die, that will be a death of every moment. And you don't kill me, I'm going to kill you. This is a fight unto death. Something happened to him. He ran, and she ran after him. And all she said, I'll kill you now whether you want to die or not, I'm going to kill you. You couldn't rape me, you now stop and get killed. I was going to get... She was shouting. One man was coming and took his sword and chopped us his neck. He said, daughter, you don't have to kill him. Let me have this honor. There he was lying head on and body there, and an entire village. Nobody will come pick up his body. It rotted there and vulture ate it. The parents, the brother, he has 16 brothers, 4 marriages. His father was a great landlord and everything. Nobody will come to pick up that body. And nobody even investigated. Really? They didn't even... Well, he crossed the line of grace. He disgraced the village, the family, everybody. Therefore, whoosh. And somebody protested. He said, after all, he died, take his body and put it in the ground. They say, no, there sits a lesson. Everybody will watch. No, it happened every time these days in New York, in Michigan, in Chicago, in Los Angeles. This is called gang justice. That what I was explaining to you was a tribal justice, and this is a gang justice. If a man of gang cross, they kill him. Until police comes and picks up the body, nobody does. Happens in Los Angeles every day. You must understand, Jesus was put on a cross to die, right? Why? Why they made that cross? They dig it on both sides of the... Romans used to put it on both sides of the road, from Rome all the way to 25 miles. And all people who were captured or who fought them and who did them, they will put them on those crosses and let them hang to die and keep them there till their bodies rot and fall under. That was their way of showing power. It was a language. I tell you today even in Indians and all that, you will see a face of a buffalo upward, not the head but other way. You understand? You know, the head of the buffalo is this way, right? This head here. Now put it in the other way, this thing up, and in front instead of the back, like that. You know what that means? Don't cross beyond this. You'll be shot. And if you dare not, fine. If you go, it will sting you and that's it. That's the end of you in 2 minutes. Yeah.
What makes a person want to live in their elementary personality and take on the consequences that probably come from it?
What do you mean by elementary? Elementary personality, if you live in, you are all secure. I mean, there's nothing wrong in it.
Well, from what I understand, are you saying that each one of us has an elementary personality
Mm-hmm.
who we know,
Yeah.
but that we have these, would you say, slippery personalities or slide personalities?
Yeah, we love to slip, that's right.
Because we don't want to take on the responsibility. Or maybe we've got
We don't want to identify.
So what would make a person want to? I mean, it seems normal not to want.
You are just trying to understand one line I said in the United States. Isn't the life that matters? It's the courage you bring to it. We lack courage. Our vitality is not there. We lack courage. What the parents do with their children, they lack courage to confront them. They lack courage to identify. They don't want to hear it. People don't want to hear the truth. That's the last thing they want to hear it. Because when truth is spoken, it's not deniable. Truth identifies itself. Yeah.
You told the story about the rapist and the man coming along. Are there any men in this world today that have that caliber?
There are many places which happens every day. It's not just a story. It's a story which is repeated every day. Guru Nanak said it. असंख चोर हराम खोर असंख अमर कर जाएं जोर असंख गलबड़ हत्या कमा असंख पापी पाप कर जा. Is there anybody has Peace Lagoon? Put it on the podium, the Japji. Read this. He gives you 3 varieties of humanity in his poem. Come on, read it. Asank jap, asank, yeah? Oh yeah, that's the positive. One is the positive, one is the negative, and one is the neutral. He deals all 3 parts of the mind. In 3, those, come on, read them. Huh? Read it in English, I'm not asking you to read in German. Which one is that, Asank Japa?
Number 14.
Read the 14th. Huh? 18th? 18th? 9? No, it can't be. Because 20th is pariye athapartande. 17, you know, I know that.
17?
Yeah, it is 17th, 18th and 19th. In these 3 pauris, Nanak explained the entire humanity in its practical aspect, identifiable aspect. Read the 17th. 17th were positive, great, saintly people. What he says?
Countless the ways of recitation, countless the ways of devotion, countless the ways of worship, countless the austerities and their hardships, countless the yogis in meditative trance. Countless more are thy devotees, in pursuit of thy knowledge and virtue. Countless are the pious men, countless the devotees contemplating thee in silent meditation, countless the heroes who face the one sword,
How powerless am I to tell thy excellences, O Lord. I cannot even once be a sacrifice unto thee. What pleases thee is the only good done, O thou eternal and formless one.
Next.
Countless are the fools and wanderers in the blackness of ignorance. Countless are the trespassers and the thieves. Countless the rulers who force their own way. Countless the murdering cutthroats, and countless the sinners whom sin engages. Countless the liars who wander in falsehood. Countless the wretches with filth as ration. Countless the slanderers bearing their burden of sin. Nanak describes himself as lowly. I cannot even once be a sacrifice unto thee. What pleases thee is the only good done, O thou eternal and formless one.
19th.
Countless are thy names, and countless are thy places. Countless the spheres beyond all comprehension. O count there could never be. Thy name is formed out of the letter of thy word. With words we name thee, hymn thee. With words relate all knowledge, all praise and song. With words we speak and write journals of thee. With words we read on man's brow his destiny. Not bound by the words thou wrote, it's only we who receive whatever thy will be. Thy greatness is witnessed by thy creation. By what power could I tell what thy excellences be? I cannot even once be a sacrifice unto thee. What pleases thee is the only good done, O thou eternal and formless one.
Now, these are three forms of humanity. Wait, you are running away from nothing. But is this humanity in three forms take action? Does action, right? Action has a reaction, equal and opposite. How to resurrect? That's the 20th Pauri. 20th Pauri is an explanation per scientific, in the words of Nanak, how you can excel. I always call it 20th the Pauri of excellence. Go ahead.
When the hands and the body are covered with dirt, water can rinse them clean. When the clothes are dirty and smeared with soil, soap can remove the stain. When the mind is polluted by error and shame, it can only be cleansed by the love of the name. If a man is drawn by the virtuous or the vicious, let him know that he draws to himself what is the same. As you sow, so shall you reap. O Nanak, a man comes and goes as he wishes.
What more straightforward language you want to hear? Yeah.
Is faith the way to get out of the slippery personality?
Faith? Faith is one arm of courage.
And the other arm?
Belief. And third is experience. And fourth is courage. There are two legs and two arms. Faith and belief are the legs. Courage and experience are the arms. If you choose to walk, and you walk, God will pave the way. But you have to choose to walk. That's your free will, whether you choose or not. And you have to walk. That is your ego. And you walk. That is your ego in action. If you don't play games, God will pave the way. Yes.
Sir, you've taught and given us the experience of millions of ways to be liberated, millions of tools for liberation. What is the simplest and straightest
long ek onkar. Simplest and statest, and it can cut through God. Ashtanga, na? Ashtapuja. The goddess, Bhagavati, Ashtapuja. Ashtanga. Ashtanga, there is no power of God before Ashtanga. God and me and God are one. Ashtanga. Gobinde mukande udhare pare hariye karenge name kame Ashtanga. In Kundalini Yoga, there is not one mantra which is not Ashtanga. But if you want to say what is the simplest, that is the simplest way. Do we know how to chant it even, or we have forgotten? Let's see if we know. Come on. Yeah, well, let's see whether we know it or not. I have given you for the last 24 years. If that would have been chanted by you, you could not be in any trouble whatsoever. I can guarantee that. I can say it. Anybody who at least for 11, 22 or 31 minutes chants this long ekokar cannot have trouble. It's not possible. There's no way. If you are chanting, then you must not be chanting. It can't be. Or let's chant it. Go. I found it. It is 3.5 breath. Siri, and at that time, without gap, breathe and full. Siri, wa. Complete that. Siri, onward, go ahead. Breathe Siri. Moment the mouth becomes guru, it becomes white hole. The black hole must compensate. Hey, this is a mantra which there is nothing in the kingdom of God which can stand before it. Nothing. Nothing. Yeah.
Sir, why is it that we only have 7 minutes of long ekokar and Ashtanga?
Well, basically, we want to keep you going and we don't want you to forget it, and that's basically, and it's not a tragedy to just keep you, but basically that much is enough to initiate, and now your faculty of life is to face it. Some have heavy burdens, some have small burden, and we just give you a taste. Sadhana is to give you a taste of you. Sadhana is not to do it. And if you get on this mantra and you get it to 62 minutes yourself, God, you can run this planet as you want. I don't know what we are troubling for. I've never understood. Now, Guru, Vahe, Guru, Ram, Das, Guru, right? है ना? Ashtang है ना? Miracle. True. Whether you know the meaning or not, you like it or not, whether it's good or not, doesn't matter. You want a miracle? There. You want a miracle? Have it. Stop. It's just totally synchronize the energy and moves it. One girl told me, she said, I'm torn in my love. One side is love, one side is death. What should I? It's serious. It's serious. Why I have come to you? I said, I'm serious. It's really, I can't advise you on this. Why not? I said, the fact is, it's a love. And I see love is sincere. Your Venus is very sincere. I see it. Your communication is sincere, your Mercury is shining, I can understand. And it's wrong. That is your elementary belief. It is not wrong, but that's your belief. Well, what should I do? I said, do it fine. Just do this mantra for 40 days. She did it. It was all so well and okay. Father said, if you marry this man, I'll deprive you of anything and you pack up and go to house, out of my house. The girl couldn't do that. And the boy has so much money that if she does not pack up the food and give it to him and make him stay in her girlfriend's house, he neither have a shelter, nor a food, nor clothes. And she's in love. It was last year of finishing the medical, what they call the little thing you do, practice it after your MD, residency, last few months. And father said, no, no way. Within 40 days, her uncle died and he left entire state to her. So uncle didn't have a child and her aunt was already gone. So until uncle died, it was a problem. When uncle died, the attorney came and gave serve paper on her and said, you are the authority of all the running business and everything. Now you are the uncle. So she said, fine. And then father said, well, don't leave the house. We'll reconsider it. So she called the general manager and she said, he will be the president in progress. You will recognize that no fault happens, but signature will be his. Groom this boy and take care of it. How you can deal with it? And that day I asked her, I said, how's your mantra going? She said, forget it. I'm not anybody, I'm mantra. I'm not going to let it go. Ashtang can turn the psyche into 3.5 cycle mega. That's God, that's universe. Yeah.
Sir, now that we're meditating in a 7-minute
No, it's the Aquarian age. It is the age of knowledge. It's a very dangerous age. You all have to be immediately eliminated, miserable and all that, because this age of knowledge is not, I want to know. It's the age I know. You can't even use the word I don't know. Denial is not here. Piscean age was, I want to know, take me there. Aquarian age is, I know, I'll take you there. I want to know and I know. That's the difference. There's a big difference. You talk to everybody as I know, you'll win. Try to talk to anybody I don't know, you'll lose. You may be right or wrong. I'm not discussing that. That's true. Yeah. Well, we are going to chant it. Come on, let's correctly chant it. Go. Now you are correct. Siri is the internal breath. That is the Bhagavati. That's the Kundalini. Sat Nam Siri. 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 And in the end, that is the sharpest, the longest breath you can take. Guru, done. There are mantras and there are mantras, there are gods and demigods, and they are evils and they are evils, and they are perfect and they are perfect and they are imperfect. They are needs and they are wants and they are yes and there is no. But when this long inkokar is sung, then Ang Sang Vaheguru stands. There's nothing we can do about it. Yeah. No, those are details. Now, Sudarshan Chakra Kriya is to open up chakras. Is a typical Sudarshan Chakra open up Kriyas. Tresula puts all our behavior together, and Satanama put our tattva together, and Lagin Kokar cuts through everything. After that, whatever we learn is because we want to pass time. Simple as that, the Sudarshan Chakra Kriya will open up the chakras. No doubt about it. Tresula will put three gunas together. Tamas, Sattva and Rajvas. And Satanama put the tattvas together. And Lang Kankar will take you where you want. I mean, I don't know what you want in life more than that. And because now is the age of Aquarius, therefore the mantra of the deathless, mantra of the Akal has to prevail. You know, Akal Takht is the seal says Akal Sai, let Akal prevail. And that is the mantra. Can you sing that? No, 1 minute. 1, 2, 3.
Sa
Put the tape. Stop. If this mantra becomes your personal, siddh karna hunda, you perfect it. Take a dead body on the road, in an accident, car accident. If your mantra is siddh, recite it, person will in one piece get up.
I've been doing Tresula Kriya YJ with that. Is that okay? I really love
Darshan Chekkar Kriya has only Vaheguru mantra.
I know, but I do like
No, that's your mixture. I'm not party to it. Yeah. Tрешула, everybody knows. You asking that question is... Well, sadhana. Sadhana is here. You know Tрешула? Why don't you come here, Your Excellency? No, because the commander has asked the question. Now watch out, she has a very long practice in it, so...
Okay, you sit straight with the spine, and it's very important you put the hands together with the right palms over the left, and you put in the way the fingers point as a one like this, and the thumbs go out, and you stretch them out in this way, okay? And becomes like a Tresula.
Correct. Three-way.
Yeah. You put the elbows on rib cage, and it's very important that there is only one line between the hands, the wrist, and the arms. So don't do like this, but it's just one line. And the angle is like 45 degrees, okay? We can?
Poor thing.
Okay? Like this. So what you do, you close your eyes and you just put the eyes straight behind the, what you call this? Yeah, I know. Eyelid. Just straight. Don't focus on the third eye point of the nose. Just straight and relaxed. So you inhale deeply, pulling the navel inside. Then you hold the breath and concentrate in Har Har Wa He Guru sound many times, and you visualize a light, a blue light going around your hands all the time. After that, you powerfully exhale and you visualize like a fire, blue fire going out, and at the same time you pull the navel in more. And after that, you keep a little bit mulband. Okay? So it's like this. keep going in this way. Actually, the navel is all the time in. It's contraction all the time of the meditation. And you feel at the end your hands very heavy and full of energy. Har, har, wa, he, guru. It's 5 for the 5 elements.
That's what it is. Har, har, va, he, guru. And you have 3 guna, tamish, sattvic, and rajavas. They all 3 are controlled. One is your imperial way, ambitious way, ruling way. That is rajavas. Tamish is your angry way to get things. And sattvic is your saintly way. So you have only 3 ways to go through. And it totally fixes it up. Har, 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 va, he, guru. There are 5 words in it. Har, har, va, he, guru. Because 5 tattvas have to support 3 gunas. And it does work right there. One is Tresula, and one is Sudarshan Chakra Kriya, and one is Satanama, and the mantra is Ekamkar. And she has practiced these 3 Kriya for a very long time, and perfectly. Yeah, watch. I don't know what they're saying.
The first light inside that you visualize, what color is it?
You visualize a blue light, electricity all around your hands.
And when you exhale?
When you exhale, is a blue fire going away in the
Flame of the gas. Color is that the flame of the gas.
Going on here.
from Tрешула of the hands. You project it from the hands. It's like the, the weapon of Shiva. Yes, the Tрешула.
Is the thunderbolt of Lord Shiva, the god of death.
How long should this be practiced?
Well, you can start as you feel. You can start 11, then you can build it up 31, 1 hour. We're going to do it next week, starting 31 and building up to the end of the week at 62. So, and it will be 11 a.m. to 12.
Are you teaching classes?
Yes.
What time?
From 10 to 11, Kundalini Yoga, 11 to 12, meditation.
You want to make money? Little extra? Learn from our Kundalini Yoga and you practice it, you will be shocked to know how penetrating you can be. It's not that she's not a teacher of the band also. She loves music and dance and she's Italian. But her Kundalini rose by the will of the mother. She's the only one human being on the earth. I have to go to Rome to fight my way in with her, and we had a combat fight. And as the first time I said, I'm your teacher, and she said, what? I said, I'll tell you what I am. And we had a fight, you can't believe it. And it was on the mountain in the Rome, isn't that the highest mountain where? Yeah. And she was telling me left and right things which I have not heard anybody. And I said, no, you are my slave, I'm your master, forget it. And once she came in a practice, perfect. And I was in a very good mood and I said, today you ask anything in the planet and beyond planet is yours. Whatever he said, I picked out the file as a given. Took me a second. I said, it's yours. At that day, she could have said, I want the rulership of the planet Earth. This was given. Anything she would have said was hers. Because that day her aura was exactly complete. And it was a pearl blue. That was the end of the universe, which I saw. And I got pleased as a master and said, ask anything. Whatever she said, it was 1 minute. I didn't even take a second. I said, yours. She's a very good practitioner of Kundalini Yoga and exactly a scientist. And fortunately, she's a doctor too. She did her MD in Rome.
What did she ask for?
That is private. That's absolutely private. I may do anything wrong, but as a teacher, I have a responsibility to hold the sacredness of the student. That I can't even do as a mistake. She asked, and it was done. She can't deny. It reminded me of a story. Once Guru Hargobind announced that I want to hear the Japji of Nanak correctly from somebody who has recited it. Finally, in the entire congregation, nobody came through. But next day, a Sikh volunteered and he said, I'll recite the Japji. So he was made to sit equally at the same level as that of the Guru on the side. And he was asked to recite. When he was reciting, Guru Hargobind started slipping from his seat. When he came to the end, he just jumped right in the center. And he bowed to the Sikh. And he told to his cashier, go, that most beautiful horse, that wonderful saddle, filled with gold, hand over to him. Everybody was pleased that he got the maximum and wonderful and Bhai Buddha asked, he said, Guru, I want to know one thing. I said, what is this? We must respect Japji, right? And you are very insulting. He said, Bhai Sahib, can you ask me direct question, why are you mad at me? He said, I'm not mad. I'm just very mad. He said, what did I do? He said, when he was reciting Japji, you were the only one who started slipping. And he said, Bhai Sahib, I was thinking what to give him for that wonderful job. I was confused. And in that confusion, I thought, I'm not even competent to sit on this seat. And all of a sudden, in the end, he said, if Guru knows truth, he should give me that horse and this. And I said, thank God. And I jumped back and I said, that's what you want. She got what she wanted. Why should we tell it? It was very good stuff. That's between me and my sadhana, none of your business. We are very good jokers too, both of us. If you see us sometime in a combat, she's very respectful, you can't break her through that. But sometime in a very elegant way, she'll say something, you'll go 7 rounds. Quite a sharp person. Because her Kundalini experience is by the will of the mother, with prayer of the mother. And she's very good at it. And she wants to learn this science as a science. And she has a very inherited desire to serve me as a master. So this is the relationship of a student and master. It's not between student and a teacher. That's the difference here. I don't have to consult whether she loves me or hates me or likes me or dislikes me, is right and wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm right. If I'm right, God bless us. And you should have been there in Rome, on the top of the mountain, and there was a huge gathering, watching me yelling and screaming and reaching for her hair and telling her, shut up, otherwise I'll throw you down the hill. And she was saying, first explain to me. I said, there's nothing to say, first obey, and later on. And it was a fun. I still remember in my life, God gave me one opportunity to have a student where I fought like a combat battle. And it was pure fun. And she was very feisty. I love it. In her Italian style, you know, words are very, first speak to me, and then you just listen and no speaking. It was fun. I remember that mountain and all the people who gathered around, and there was quite a circle. And our security was guarding against, don't worry, and nobody was interfering, none. It was fun. I always cherish that memory. It happens sometimes in life, it's not all the time. She's here as with us to enjoy our ladies' camp, and I have requested her to teach. I know many of you will not take advantage of that opportunity and will not seriously like to come to our class because you have other beautiful services, BSs to do. But I think it's a time you should recognize that she can very scientifically and precisely teach, and you can take a lot of advantage out of it. Preciseness is her very clarity. You understand? She has done all those three kriyas very effectively. But when you do these kriyas, they give you energy, elevation. That is why long inkokar is essential. You understand? You know, you need a compass. Compass. It's very funny, this Mahakal, Siryakal. If you perfect this mantra, no enemy shall live. Even the time, if has animosity with you, will give in. So we will talk about communication, essence and technology, and effectiveness and projection of it, and what should we do as a woman tomorrow. I hope so. Right? Tomorrow is what day? Wednesday. And today is a full moon, isn't it? Oh my God, can you believe today is a Tuesday? Tuesday, full moon. That's why I changed my jewelry. I did. Yeah.
When I was a stewardess once, this blue light, a ball of blue light came into the airplane, went around like this, and then went out.
UFO. UFO. Yeah, it's just the projectile of the UFO. They send it from a distance like a policeman throws the radar out to check what speed you are going at, what are you. It got inquiry. UFO is United Individual Failure. I'm just polite. Everybody is UFO. Everybody has so many UFOs in you, you can't believe it. And you send out feelers and you talk at communication. Yeah. Because it was Mars and it was full moon and I'm Mahantantric. So I put up all these corals to give reflection, not to receive in. What I was wearing before? Oh yeah, Russian amethyst, God, that's the strongest stone. That was the healing stone. And then I said, my God, I'm too much. Something balance is required, so we balance. That's what stones are. Antennas of energy, that's all. Either stones are crystal or they are reflectors. See? This is my water glass. These are the 4 stones. They are there. Even my glass, what do you talk about me? Can you believe? My glass is more decorated than me. I tell you tonight, as much knowledge is in 24 years, as that much knowledge is there, if you know even 1/10 of it, there's not a thing in the world you cannot move or do or achieve. I love you. I have no option. You hate me, you have no option. But at least I am laying the burden of guilt on you, but teaching you everything right, and you not doing it. See, I am basically a Catholic. I'll never change it. Believe me. Doesn't matter what a style is. Once you are a Catholic, you are always a Catholic. There's nothing. Sometimes I laugh at myself. Huh? What she said?
She does not hate you.
I know you don't. But question is, if even you do, it doesn't matter. If you hate me or you love me, it's not very effective tool. Because hate and love is your projection. Behind your hate and love, it is only you. It's not God. If you project as a God, then you'll hate and love at the same time. That's okay. Why? You know, normally it is very dangerous to meet me. Oh yeah, it's true. When you are mine, you are mine. If there is a distance, then there is a longing. When you meet me, then immediately it changes to 180. Then you have to project. And that's where people fail. I am the infinity. Once you come and meet me, thereafter then you have to go and project, not pull in. You are pulling, when you don't know me, you see all the students who know me, who have never seen me, they are very beautiful, loyal, appreciative. Moment one comes nearest to me, trouble starts. Because after that, no pulling in, projecting out. And that's not my fault, really. I eat the same rice with you and with the same yogurt. I don't know what happens when the yogurt goes in me, what happens when it goes in you. Okay, now we are going to meet tomorrow. Tomorrow is a full moon, right? Today's effect will be tomorrow. God, try to understand what I'm saying. Tomorrow at exactly 10:45, the camp will have a total class. Those who do not want to come, they can have their way, we have nothing to say, but it will be unfortunate. And she will practice Tresula Kriya for 62 minutes with you. 10:45 by Espinola time. 15 minutes to 11. Because Mars will be going out and Moon will be rising as a mind, Luna as effective. 10, and we'll do it exactly 62 minutes. And if you participate and you falter in it, don't worry. Keep going. The rest of the classes will be adjusted. And also, on one of the Friday, the camp will come down, those kids of ours. 4 o'clock on Friday, we will have a camp, not going up and seeing the kids, but a camp here where mothers and kids will have a performance here. It will be parental performance. And then there is a ransabai, but we'll give the kids a send-off. These are the few changes. I made it without consulting. And tomorrow at come at 10:40 and get set. Is a time thing. It's not something we like it or dislike it. All right? Okay? May the long time sun Allah. Hey, if I do anything wrong, that doesn't mean you should. Start again.
May the long time sunshine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Inhale. Beloved God, Almighty God, may your Spirit come into us. May we be all one with you and your creation. May we become I am. May we become we are. May we become Brahman today, and take other people to follow the same with smile, straight and simple. Salam. Salam.
Good night.
Hi.
Meet little Italian Yogini. Have you met the Italian Yogini?